the sketch is about, we have two partners, okay? So the first guy is the parent program or the parent process. You are the one who make the call. Yeah, I'm the one who receives the scanf, okay? And the scanner tell me that, oh, one SL or LS, I don't care, but I will pass this LS or SL to the orange guy, and so happen that the green guy will wait for termination of the orange guy, okay? Yeah, don't be so excited now. Okay, so then it's just perfectly aligned that when it terminates, this guy will resume execution. Now back to my previous example, the resume is actually a printf and then termination. Okay, but you can make it bigger, like here, I don't know why it's finished the system. You go to have a while loop doing something like sorting. I don't know why, but it's allowed. Okay. So how can we write it? As if very simple, I give you a sketch and you tell me when I execute it, whether you find something wrong or right about it. Okay? So the sketch is like this. Okay? So the call, I call it system version 350. Okay? So I pretend to be system library call. So I don't want to call it system, or we have a name collision, okay? So I change it another name, version 350. This is the input. I don't use scanf, but I hard code it. I hard code it to be input slash b/ls, and up there will be the function call, okay? So I call this function and we jump here. Now up there, what we're going to do is we have a fork system call. Now whenever you find a fork system call, you should be very alert, okay? Fork system call. So you will create a child, you will create a parent, a parent create a child, I should say, okay? Now, look at this program, and if you have the notes in your hand, you can flip the notes and tell me which part is parent, which part is child. Yeah, I give you 1 minute. You can discuss with neighbor and make some noise. Make sure that you understand. Whenever you encounter this fault, you should be just a basic instinct. Oh, I know that it's a fault, okay? So the basic instinct is about that fault, not about the return value. Huh? You may need the notes as an assistant. Which part is parent, which part is child? Answer me 1 minute later. I drink water. Can still remember the return value? The return value for parent and child are totally different. One is 0, one is non-zero. So who receives 0, who receives non-zero. In the same set of nodes, huh? You didn't jump too far away. Okay? So let's do a simple vote, okay? I don't think that anyone will argue with me that the parent-child separation, okay, there's a separation here, right, is starting from this line 5, right? I don't think anyone would think that, no, whoa, it starts earlier. No, it should be somewhere here, okay? I cannot say where exactly it is, because in a real case, it is a bunch of assembly code. It's so happening. One line of assembly code make that happen, okay? So I just say this kind of here, okay? Now, this is about an if case, right? The if true part, okay, this is true part. When the true part is executed by parent or child, who think it's parent? And child. Okay, so thank you. Child part, okay? So now you tell me, if it is child part, for how long the child can survive? For how long? So you can have several answers, like one is fault and it is died, okay? Was one answer. Second answer, maybe, I don't know why you can jump out of this function and go to this return 0, okay? And anybody important here want to answer me, what is the lifetime of that child? Yeah, it get created because of fork system call, and once it go into the true part, what is its lifetime? How long it will survive? or yeah, it just live there indefinitely. Okay, it's also an answer. Okay, but I don't accept it. For how long? Can he escape from the? I should say escape. Okay. Just focus at the execute system call. Okay. So the execute system call is there, and with certain inputs. So the inputs repeated here. If you are focused on yesterday, you know that these two guys, when it repeats, it doesn't mean anything special. Just happen that the first guy is a file name that you want to execute it, and the second guy here is repeating as argument 0. Okay. Now, that means that you execute this guy. Do you think that the execution is okay or not? Do I input anything bad? Shouldn't be bad, right? It's slash b slash ls. Huh? If you a still puzzle, just flip through the notes. Just a few slides before, we have this example, but I hard code in these positions. Okay, so you can flip it and find it exactly the same case here. So what is the lifetime of the child process? The lifetime should be when it enters the execute system call, it will execute slash b slash ls. After finish, the slash b slash ls dies. Okay? Or I don't know why. The system crash. Okay? The slash b slash ls missing. It's missing. I don't know why. Okay? It's horrible stuff. Okay? It's missing. So when it's missing, then we will need this program to teach you what happens if a program is missing. So back to this program. This program actually accepts a buffer. The buffer is a string. I tried before. I enter SL, it will execute SL, it will enter LS, it execute LS. Now I input something bad. XXX shouldn't exist, okay? Shouldn't exist. Then I press enter. That guy should give me some warning or error, right? It say that, oh, XX is not found, okay? So how can you notice XX is not found? I can do a demonstration here. Yeah, because it's very important. So, still remember that I modified this program so that you input something which is bad for this core. Then it will say that, oh, I don't want to execute anymore because I cannot find that guy. Now I will continue to modify this program like the following. Okay. So I change it into slash bin slash he shouldn't exist. He, okay, not he lah. Okay. He, okay. It shouldn't exist as a, yeah, I don't think that there's a binary file called this name. So I cut it out so that you can see it clearly. And then I compile it. No problem, no warning, no error, no complaints. Execute. Then it will say, oh no. So this is a thing that you have to remember, okay? In the last semester, okay, I have a final examination. Just test this. Most of them means the first semester people don't know how to answer it. And there were 200 something students. I think more than 200 of them don't know about it. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Okay, so then here we have two cases. Either it will execute it successfully or not. Okay, even though you cannot execute it successfully, you will hit this F print something saying that, oh, this guy command not found. Okay, so now you understand that command not found is something artificial. Huh? We can create a command not found sentence and say exit -1. Okay, somebody may have a puzzle that, hey, why is -1? It doesn't care. You can fit in 0, 1, or -1. It doesn't care. Okay, as long as it exits with the number, then it will terminate the calling process. Okay, so this part is very important. Is either way, you supply a good command, then it will die after executing the execute family, or you supply something bad, then it will skip this because you cannot execute and print something like a blah 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 program command not found. and at last it will execute. So I place a safeguard there. The child never get out of this orange zone. Okay, so it's something that I place a guard there. Okay, now this is the lifetime of the child, so very detailed analysis. Now how about the parent? I display everything now, okay? But how about the parent? The parent seems to be hidden, right? Hidden in which point? You look at the fork system call. This time I don't have an else case. In the previous example, I have an else case. For the parent, you will receive what? Receive return value of the fork is 0 or non-zero? Non-zero. So what should it do? What is the lifetime? Can you trace the code? When a parent comes to the fork system call, continue to execute inside the if case? No, because it's a non-zero return value, so it will skip the if case, and then what? Return 0. Return 0 to where? To the main. And anybody will stop him? No. No one will stop him. And he will all the way down to the return 0 again, but this time the return 0 is from the main function termination. Okay? So that means that the parent is actually in a dangerous status. How dangerous it is? It seems that no block is there, right? The parent can go to die in a very fast way after calling the fork system call. And what is the problem? The problem is it's totally based on the system. The system after the fork. Hey, whether you want to execute child or parent first, I don't know. Okay? Let's say the system want to execute parent first, then we will have a big problem. What is the big problem? Is the parent dies before the child. Right? Because there is no block blocking the parent and go to die. Now, how about a child run first? That's perfect. Child runs first, then we will have this something like this. This sample screenshot. The sample screenshot say that before is print by parent. Then the system go in here and we produce something like this as if an LS output should be generated by parent or child. Child, okay? The child produces it. Then let's say there's a child one first after the fork system call, then it will die. How about a parent? Parent will wait for the CPU attention. Now CPU want to pick him up and run it. Go to return 0 and go to say after. So this is one case that only when child run first. What happened if parent run first? Now let's take a look. Okay, so the code is system implementation. Okay, so the code I didn't change anything. What is this stuff? Okay, this stuff is some people after they seen I type this thing, they love to use it. They are colors. Okay, yeah, they are colors. Let's take a look. System implementation 1. Yeah, you see there, bunch of colors coming up. Okay, so this implementation is sorry, I have something extra there. Okay, I put something illegal here. No, wait, remove it. Okay, so that is perfect. I'll get it again. Okay, so it should be the thing that you see in the PowerPoint. Okay, except those colors, those flushing, because I want to flush the color out. Okay, so compile, no problem. Run it again. Yeah, this time it sucks. Okay. Yeah, how bad it is. The colors seems there's some leakage there. Don't worry. You see the before and after just print out without the content of the LS in the middle. So what we are expecting is something like this. Sorry, no, this direction. We are expecting something like the content of the LS comes and being sandwiched by the before and after. That is something that's what we want. But it's not that easy to attain this goal because I said that there's no block blocking the parent. So that's why in this morning, I will tell you how to implement that block. And that block is very easy to implement. You can see just inside the code, I forgot to remove it. And just one sentence. Okay, so this is the illustration here. I just showed you already. And the analysis, I already go through analysis with you. This analysis, which part is executed by parent, which part is executed child. So I don't show it to you so that we can go through together and use your brain. Okay, I know it's a morning here, very early morning. Okay, so this is the illustration now. If we have parent execute the block system call, child run first, we have this version. If parent run first, child run next, then we will have this version. So we actually don't want this version because we want to pretend to be the system library call. System library will guarantee one thing is you will wait for the child termination. You are the parent, okay? You'll wait for child termination so that we can produce this outcome. So how we can do it? There's a block, and a block name is called, this illustration I can skip, just worse. The block is like this, look like this. So with this block is very easy to spell, right? And you already understand by its name. It's called wait. Wait for something. There's a system called wait. So that's why maybe in some moment in time before you come to this lecture, you want to create a variable called wait. It is illegal. It so happens that there is a function called wait. You cannot create a variable called wait. Now, this function is not a function. Actually, it's a system call. It's a kernel stuff. Whenever you call this wait system call, you enter the kernel. The kernel will do some service for you. And the service is, first of all, if you are the parent, you will be blocked. What is the meaning of block? Now, this is something that you have been seen a lot, but this is the first time you hear about it. Where is my pen? I forgot. I have a drawing board. I should bring the drawing board here. Okay. So what is the meaning of block? Scanf. You already know what scanf, right? Scanf, something like here, okay? So what actually is scanf doing? Scanf, you call scanf, and kind of some magic happen in the keyboard, and then you receive the data, right? Actually, the scanf is calling something inside the kernel. Okay, so I don't disclose to you what it is. Later on, when we enter the file system chapter, I will tell you what it is. You will go inside the kernel, and the kernel say that, the keyboard is not ready. The keyboard don't have any data for you. What should you do? You are calling something. You are calling a function. The kernel don't return. Don't return. Understand what is the meaning of don't return? As if you go into a function, but that function enter an infinite loop. Then you don't return, okay? But kernel is not implementing a while one loop, okay? It is some magic that lock you inside the code of the kernel until some data comes in. Now, here is the same magic. You call this function, and this kernel function, so you are the CPU, okay? CPU running some code originally is this code. But you say that you want to call some code in kernel, but the kernel codes decide that I don't want to release you. I want to keep you in prison. The prison is the kernel. I keep you inside there, I don't return. Until some event happens, then I return, then you can continue to execute your code. And who are you? You are the parent in this case, okay? In a child file, why I go through so details, because I want you to see the child, no matter what, it cannot go to 99. Never. The child, either you can execute system call, execute, then you die, or you cannot execute system call. Oh, sorry, I forgot to change it. It should be something previously. This is a kind of complex version. Either you can execute it, or you cannot. Then I will call exit, so that I can jail you, put a jail there, prison that child in this area. The child never touched this code, and when the parent call this, it will keep in the jail. And what is the event it is waiting for? Now, this is the moment that I want to tell you what is the wait system call. So we have two scenarios. So the wait system call is a magic call, very handy. The implementation is like this. Let's say I am a parent, is a green guy. Every time I have a parent, that guy should be a green guy, okay? Every time we have a child, then will be orange or yellow guy. Okay. Now this green guy is a parent. The parent execute a fork system call, okay? And then the child created. We have sometimes that two processes run in parallel because we may have a CPU with multiple core. Do you know that if I have a CPU with multiple core, then you allow processes to run together? Yeah, one core allow one process to run. Okay, so this is the moment that maybe we have a dual core CPU. So the two processes run together. Okay, and sometimes I will draw graph like you cannot find overlapping area with two processes run together because maybe I consider the case that it's one CPU, one core. Okay, but here is a multiple CPU or multiple core environment. Now I continue to run and I am parent, green guy. I encounter wait system call. So what the wait system call is doing, we can see here we use the term suspension. Okay, as if I call it, you call something, I keep you inside the kernel. It's also a form of suspension. So what the suspension is doing? The suspension is depending on the termination here. Okay, so you will be kept inside the kernel don't release you, and until when you can see this, the event is the termination of the child. Whenever the child terminates, you will be released. Okay, so this is the design of the wait system call. Is to couple with the fork system call. When you do a fork system call, then you create a child, and when you create a child, then you will be kept in the prison until your child dies. Now, how about another case? In another case, because we have multiple CPU, we will have a case like this. After fork system call, both processes go in parallel, and so happen that the child is a very short life guy. Maybe the task that the child will be doing is very short, but as a matter of fact, the parent, I don't know why, you call fork, and then you do a lot of things, and then you call waits. Okay, you can write a program like that, right? Let's say you call a fork, and then you sort the file for 100 times, okay, I don't know why, and then this guy already terminated. Okay, so what happened for this guy? Now, the wait system call is so carefully designed that if the caller means the green guy, the caller of the wait system call find that there is no running child. So that means that for the case for child is also applicable. If you are a child, you call wait system call, then you don't have any running child, right? Then you will be released. I will keep you inside the kernel, and immediately you will be returned to the caller and continue the execution. So you won't see any total box here because in this moment you don't have anything to stop you. The child already dies. Okay? So this is a wait system call number 2 case. So let's take a look if I add back the wait system call. Okay. So the wait system call. So we have many places to add the wait system call. We can add the wait system call here. Wait system call here. Why? Because this is the moment that after the fork system call, the parent has the earliest chance to execute any useful code, right? Or you don't understand that I add one more keyword than you understand. Else. Yeah, then you understand, huh? If the true part is for the child, else is for the parent. Okay? So that is the first moment that you can execute some useful code, and I tell the parent that, hey, you should stop executing until the child dies. So I put a jail there. This is first choice. Let's see what happens if I use this first choice. Make compile. Well, it's complaint that I didn't include the correct header files. Okay. Now you are already as I consider you a senior university student. Huh? don't write any program that generate warnings. It's very ugly, okay? So it's about ugliness, okay? How can you improve this? Very simple. Read main page, okay? So how can you main the wait system call? Main wait. Then you will see two header files, right? So the first header file is sys, the system type.h, and system wait.h. So it asks me for two files. Okay, I copy. I press the Mac hotkey here. Okay, sorry. Control C and then go back to the code and edit back. I always use the Mac hotkey. Sorry. Paste. Oh, ugly. Good. Like this. Then compile again. Yeah, no problem. It's very beautiful. Let's compile it. See? The green guy sandwiched the red guy. Again. So this time the paint leak. Okay. And again the paint leaks. But you always seen this is the green guy encapsulating the red guy is supposed to be the thing. Now, how about another place? What is the meaning of another place? I don't want to call the wait system call here. I want to change the place. Maybe you can change into here. It's also doable. Why? Because based on our previous analysis, the child never come back to the main, right? So this is the territory that for the parent only. So I put the parent's special call, the wait here. So it depends on your choice, huh? So there's no rules about using the wait system call. What is the perfect moment? Okay, the rule of thumb is you have to call fork and you are the parent, then you call wait. Okay, and this is the only rule. No matter where you call it. Okay, so any problem you want to ask? Any problem? Any strange case you already think of, or you have a laptop already trying some strange case? You can also ask. No problem? Okay. So this is the wait system call, and there is a sibling, the sibling of wait system call. So what is the difference between wait and wait PID? Wait and wait PID, by the name, is already tell you something. The wait PID allows you to wait for a specific child. So what is the meaning? The meaning is very horrible. How horrible it is. It means a parent can create a lot of child. Let's take a look. Okay. So this is going to be a horrible program. Very horrible. Yeah, how many child we'll have? How many process we will have? I don't know how to understand it, but I will use the whiteboard to understand it. Okay. Yeah, or I make it 2. Okay, make it 2 is better. Huh? Yeah, this morning is not for free, guy. Okay, morning for 2. So the original process, parent, call fork, create one child. I call it C1. Then how about the next fork? How many people will call it? How many people will call C1? The second fork, sorry. So the parent will also call another fork for one more time. This guy will also call fork another time. Okay? Don't underestimate this. Okay? 2 years before, there is I don't know why, a Hong Kong UST student come to sit in my lecture. Yeah, maybe this UST guys teach OS very bad. He come, okay, and he tell me that what is his midterm examination questions, and I shocked. The midterm examination is some fork coupled with some for loop and while loop, and the question asks how many processes created, and the number is 6 digits. Answer. Okay, I think wow. Is it something wrong with their mind? Okay, I mean Yeah, who will have this system, first of all, allow 6 digits of processes. Okay? If I created such kind of amount of processes, I will press Control C. Okay? Yeah, but forget about it. That's really the case. Okay, I can invite the UST guy comes again. So this is the relationship. Now, what I'm going to try, I want to try the following: the wait system call. Okay? Yeah. The wait system call. Now the wait system call is kind of funnier. What is the use of the wait system call now? If I have one fork, then you understand. One fork. Then you understand, right? I'm the parent, then I will be blocked there. If I'm a child, the child don't have any running child, right? Because it's the last guy in the leaf node, okay, of the tree, okay? So he won't be blocked, and always being blocked is the parent. Now, if I do this, then it will be funnier. Look at this diagram. This diagram tells you that there are only 2 leaf nodes, but 2 parent has child. Now, what the fork system call can do is something you can draw, but how about the wait system call? We have 4 processes now, and 4 processes will all encounter this wait system call, and there is no if, right? You can always touch this call. These 2 guys won't be blocked because these 2 guys don't have any leaf nodes. Now, how about these 2 guys? Will block, but what is the effect? Or do you think that it's kind of strange? These 2 guys won't be blocked and go through the pass. Now, how about, let's pick this guy. Will that guy be blocked forever? Let's try. How can we try? That is kind of horrible. Okay? So my way to try is like this. How to verify this? Print the PID first. Everyone go through this printf, and then you will see 4 PID pop up, right? Then after this, oh sorry, I put one more printf here. Okay, so what I'm going to see, I will see 4 PID pop up first. They have all 4 different PID because they have 4 different processes. Now, if that wait system call will block some guys forever, okay, the guy is blocked forever, I don't know why. So you will see the next wave of 4 PID will have some PID missing, right? If there is no one can be blocked there, everybody can pass this wait system call. Then I will see 4 PID and then 4 more. So better make some funny symbol there so that we understand which is which. So some funny, yeah, just like a cat, okay. So I put some funny symbol there. Now when I compile this program and run, you will expect that this 4 will output without any problem. But what I'm proposing is whether this wait system call will release all process, I don't say parent or child, and let them go. You should expect that they will block someone. But whether that block will finally be released, kind of hard to understand. And let's just see the results first. Okay. Oh. Yeah. I'm so lazy. Yeah. I should add all those guys here. Yeah. Sorry about that. I have a, how can I describe it in English? Okay. Yeah. I have to clean up all the warnings. Yeah, it's kind of cold. Wait stoppage. Okay. Yeah, no warning. Yeah. Okay. This is the code. Let's see whether we have 8 lines or not. Who votes yes? No one dare to vote. How many lines is there? How many? Don't care about this guy because we don't have the weights block put in the right position. Okay? So you'll see 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All up here. All up here. So then what can you say about the weight system call? The weight system call is actually being very malicious. Yeah, this guy is doing a lousy job. Weight system call only guarantee the block for once. And I don't care whether that pass, okay, when you pass, that means that there will be one process dies, and then you will release the block. And the weight system call is so lazy that any one of the child of that color dies, and you will pass. It's not guaranteed that, let's say, this guy has 2 child, right? I forgot the arrow, sorry. Arrows, okay? So this guy has 2 child. The weight system call never say that I will guarantee to hold these 2 guys dies and then I will pass. It just pick anyone. Just pick anyone. Okay? So it ends up like this. The V111 should be the smallest PID and should be this guy. This guy is the smallest one. It starts the flow. Okay? And look at here. He dies the quickest. It doesn't make any sense, right? This guy should be waiting for these 2 guys dies, and he should then be the first guy to say the second time. And the reason is because weight system call is doing a very lousy job. Just choose anyone dies, and then it will pass through the filter and go to die in this case. Okay, in this case, good. The other case maybe to do something else. Okay, so that's why some people invent weight PID. You have to specify which child dies, and then you can leave the block. Now, if I want you, in this case, this is very hard to write. I don't want to write. Okay, this guy have to wait for these 2 child dies. Then what should you do? Call weight PID twice with the PID of this guy and this guy. Okay? But how can you get the PID? Do you still remember? Or you're already completely lost? Still remember? Fox system call return PID of the child. So remember this in 2 variables or just 1 variable, I don't care. You call weight system call twice. I mean weight PID. So the weight PID call look like this. Weight PID. So there's a PID field here. For you to input the weight ID there, so that you can wait for that particular child dies and return. So this is a weight PID. Weight PID has more usage. Calvin will help me to tell you. Okay. Another usage is, you see, the parent will be unblocked, or I should say, get out of prison, because the child dies. Okay, but weight PID give you one more variation. The variation is can detect child change status. So what does it mean to change status? Status means whether the child is running and then become dies. This is one status change. Whether this guy is changing from running to suspended. So what is the meaning of suspension? Maybe this first time you heard of suspension. Wait for a moment, huh? I wait a very, very stupid program first. What is this? I don't need to include. Okay. Do you know what I'm doing? Yeah. Yeah. This I always like that. I'm so lazy. Okay. So this is a while one program. It's just spinning in a CPU. And what is the meaning of suspension? I don't know whether you have hit this combination by accident or some purpose. It's Control Z. Control Z. Control Z, Control C, it doesn't matter. Then it will say stop. Okay, no matter you are using Linux, Windows, or Windows, I don't know. Okay, because I never use Windows. Okay, Linux, Mac, Unix, they all having this combination, Control Z, and then it will suspend. Okay, and this is what we call the state changes. One of the state change from running to suspended. Okay, and I don't know whether how many of you have encountered this. Oh, okay, no one. Then that means that no one used Linux before. Okay, I just want to ask. Then how can you survive with this suspension? Okay, how can you rescue this suspension? Very simple. FG. Okay, I see many people do another way. Oh yeah, this seems to be very dangerous. Let's press the pause button. Okay, cue the terminal, and pretend nothing happened. Okay, there's a frustration there, right? FG means foreground. Bring it back to foreground, and it will continue to run. How can you know it's continuing to run? Let's do a proof. Control Z first. The proof is, first of all, I have to make it smaller and create one more terminal. I will zoom in, don't worry. Control, okay. Okay, so I just suspended, right? I bring it back to life, foreground. And what you are focusing is not this terminal, but the terminal showing the processes, okay? Now I type enter now. Look at it very carefully. What can you see? Can you see the while program? Now I do a suspension. I press Ctrl Z now. It's gone. It's gone. Okay, I make it faster. Refresh rate change to 1 second. Okay, foreground. Come back, suspend. It's gone. Yeah. So suspension, it doesn't mean I kill him, right? I always can bring it back to life. Suspension means that, yeah, just take a rest, okay? Don't be tempted to go into the CPU. You cannot go into the CPU. I control you. And whenever it is in this status, it is not being killed, but it cannot run. Okay? It's sometimes useful. Let's say that I'm doing some testing. Okay, but I don't say testing, but I'm doing some debugging. Let's say writing your data structure assignment. When the data structure assignment usually will go into infinite loop. Okay, so then I suspend it and check something. Check at the code, look at the code, look at the test case. It seems that it's no problem. Yeah, let's go on with the FG, so that it will go on and continue to run. Okay, but in my case here is a while one loop, so I better Control C and kill it. Okay, so don't worry. This foreground suspension will go into some details later. Okay, and I'm going to conclude this chapter. Before I conclude this chapter, this not chapter. Okay, this part is there is one more thing I want to tell you about its main page. Okay, so the main page is something that's really important because maybe you don't know how to use look up printf manual. Okay. So let's see. I don't know whether you know about this. Hey, why I cannot go to the corner? And I want to make it bigger. Okay, like this. So let's do a manual page search for printf. Okay. So is this the printf that you want? You want a C language printf, right? But it seems to be not about C language. Take a look. Yeah, can you find anything about C language? Yeah, those %D, %F is missing, right? So what is this? This is a command really called printf. But the manual page system is so stupid that it just focuses at this guy. It don't know there is a guy that helps you to write program. Now, this is about time for me to tell you how to make good use of the manual page system. The manual page system, first of all, you've seen here before, right? You can use the manual page system to know which header file to include, okay? As well as there is a, let me use laser. There is a something here, power you know what is power, right? The power call is x to the power y, right? But what is this free? Does it mean that power free? No. It means chapter free. You know, what is the meaning of chapter? Main page has chapter system. Okay? Chapter 1, executable program. Chapter 2, system call. Chapter 3, library call. So, printf actually has two appearances. The appearance is first, is an executable, chapter 1. Second is chapter 3, library call. So how can I jump to chapter 3? Just 3. Chapter 3, printf. Then you will find the printf that you want. Yeah? Is it the printf that you want, or it's more than the printf that you want? But eventually you will find those %d, where are you? %d, oh yeah. The LL, the long data type, okay, so on and so forth. At least there's something that you're familiar instead of that program. Now the manual page system has more than the thing that you want, like there are some header files or some configuration file is chapter 7, okay? Like later on we will read this main page, main 7 signal. We will go into the signal overview later, in 2 parts later. But what? But I missed one thing, okay? Last time I already tell you about, did I tell you about this? Oh no, I tell you about this in the workshop, in the lecture I did. Here, whenever you want to link something, okay, let's say you write a math function, but you want to compile it, and the compiler stops you just because you missed something. Actually, every man page tells you that what is the minus arrow something. Let's go into another function. This function later on, not later on, 1 month later, we will show it to you. It's a writing threading, write thread. It's also tell you how to link it, minus what, okay? Or you should have no socket, right? It's what is the course, 33010 something, I can't remember. Lulu, yeah. Yeah, I recognize him, okay? Very, very easy to recognize because. Okay, so what is that? Man socket. Man socket. Oh, no man socket. No minus L in man socket. Oh, I forgot. It should be in Unix. In Unix, you use man socket, then you use minus L. Something. Minus L, NSL, minus L socket, right? In Linux, you don't need it, okay? Linux, you don't need anything, but you can see so many stuff here. All right, so I think it's time for me to stop for a while, and then we go to the chapter 2, okay? Chapter 1, the concluding remarks is very easy, right? It's kind of, we go for a long journey, but what we're focusing at is just fork system call, and its partner. Okay, the fork system call is the main character, and the partner is execute as well as the wait system call. Okay, now next part is also about something related to the process, something related to fork system call, and I will disclose to you the internal of the fork system call, wait, execute, as eventually I will tell you why while one fork or while fork is dangerous and how dangerous it is. They are of different levels. While fork is different from while one fork. Okay, so I will stop for